it's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 4 of Fear the Walking Dead. So some new promotional images and some portrait shots were revealed for Season 4 of Fear the Walking Dead, which we're going to take a look at today. So first off, we have this shot of these walkers. Looks like they have some moss on them, which is very interesting to see. It's not a look that we see all the time in Fear the Walking Dead. It's pretty new. The last time I remember seeing walkers like this is from Oceanside, from The Walking Dead's original. So that's kind of interesting. But, you know, they have this kind of very interesting look to them, which is very cool. Next, we have this shot of this SWAT truck, which is very cool. I'm not sure if it's the same one that we saw Cynthia, the new character, in, or the new character driving, or if it's something else, but definitely interested to know what this is about and how they're going to use this. It seems like you can actually use this to like mow over walkers, Mad Max style. So it's going to be interesting to see whether that's what this is used for or perhaps some other reason. And how did they come upon this truck? How did they find it? Whoever found it. That's also going to be interesting to kind of see, or if we see it. It's a pretty cool shot of this SWAT truck. Next, we have this new character, John, pointing his gun at someone, maybe Morgan, maybe someone else. But John is a new character that I'm actually very interested to know more about. He looks like a very cool and interesting character. Next, we have this Cynthia character that's also a new character who appears to be introduced with John together. But that's the truck I was talking about. I don't know if this is the same SWAT truck. From other photos that we've seen, we do know Morgan is in there or goes inside at some point. So it's going to be interesting to see how everything comes together there. Next, we have this shot of Morgan. That's an interesting shot here. He's like sad. He is broken. He seems like he's just lost his way of life. He's lost his route and everything. And he doesn't know where to go. He's a broken man. And we haven't seen this type of Morgan before. Not really. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Now, there's really no clue here in terms of whether this is Morgan in the past or whether this is current time Morgan or anything. But this doesn't really give us any clues in terms of this crossover. But it's definitely an interesting photo of Morgan. And the only thing we can take from this is that he's extremely sad, which is also a clue in itself, I think. But perhaps not a clue for the crossover. Then we have this other photo of Alicia and Luciana running away from this barn area or in some sort of farm or something. But it's going to be interesting to see what this is about. Also, we have Madison, Luciana, and Nick together here. They are looking at some sort of map, so maybe they're thinking of going somewhere. But they are in a community, it seems like, right now in this photo. So do they find a new community, or is this a temporary place that they're staying in? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But one thing is that Nick and Luciana will be reuniting. That's going to be interesting to see as well. Next, we have John and Morgan together. Again, another kind of interesting photo, another interesting duo, I would say. We don't know much about John, but from the looks of it, he seems to be a badass. Morgan is a badass. So those two characters is going to be interesting to see what they do and their dynamic and everything. Next, we have Madison and Alicia. We can't really say too much from this picture either. Next, we have Alicia, Nick in the back, and some other character. Now, it seems like this is going to be another new character. Maybe not a big character, but another new character that's going to be introduced. And again, nothing else to really say about this. Next, we have John, Cynthia, and Morgan. And they seem to be around the same kind of farm area that we saw Luciana and Alicia running away from. We looked at a few minutes ago. But what this definitely does kind of tell us is that John, Cynthia, and Morgan are going to be together. They're going to be traveling together. And maybe they find the other characters from Fear the Walking Dead. So it's going to be interesting to see how everything kind of connects. Next, we have this portrait shot of Alicia. Then we have this of John. Again, he just looks so cool. I haven't seen him in anything else, this actor, I mean. Or I don't remember seeing him, but he definitely looks very cool. I definitely would like to get to know him more and kind of see how he fits in the world of Fear the Walking Dead. He doesn't seem to be like any other character we've seen so far, which is very cool. Next, we have Luciana. Then this shot of Morgan and Madison, and we have Victor Strand. Victor Strand looks a bit different. Maybe he has a new hairstyle or something. He looks different in a way. Then we have John here as well. I don't know where he is. It seems to be the same sort of SWAT truck, but I might be wrong about that. We also have this one of this other new character that's going to be introduced. It's going to be interesting to see what she's all about. And also this one of Cynthia again. And Nick here. And last but not least, this shot of this gross walker. Now, one thing I want to say is that this shot of this walker and also the other walker shots we've seen, they are decayed, more decayed than any of the other walkers we've seen in Fear the Walking Dead. And maybe that is a clue about the crossover. I did talk a bit about this in one of the other videos I did for Fear the Walking Dead, but this could potentially be a clue. But I don't want to get too much more into that because at this point, it's just speculation. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.